Hey everyone, it's Matt here, the TokuDragon, and yesterday I talked about some news regarding a brand new Kamen Rider game called SD Shin Kamen Rider Rumble, and I asked the question of whether or not this game could be coming out in English, and I do think that there is a chance that it is, but sadly we cannot answer that question in today's video. However, there is some new news regarding both the release date and the fact that it is coming out physically in Japan. And again, I want to reiterate that while it is coming out physically in Japan, and I'm going to recommend getting it, especially because of its price point, it is not confirmed yet of whether or not there will be English on this cart. There are some Japanese games where that actually does happen. Like looking at the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, when you actually pop that game into your US Switch, it will be in English. So you don't just have to get like an Asia version. I talked about in the last video that those versions of games do exist. They're just labeled the Asia version, and there's actually English on the cart, just confirmed. And that's happened with some Kamen Rider games, and that's really cool. That is not confirmed as of yet. Just wanted to get that out of the way before we move on with the video. So we can see that the release date is going to be March 23rd, and again, I'm just so happy that this game isn't going to be an eShop exclusive, because while you can buy games from the eShop, from the Japanese eShop on your US Switch, it's such a hassle. You actually have to make another account and everything like that. So when it comes to the fact that you can buy this not just through PlayAsia, which I do recommend buying it from, but also you can just buy it from Amazon Japan. And actually buying stuff from Amazon Japan in the US isn't as big of a deal as you might think. From what I've seen, depending on what the item is, you can just click on it and buy it, and they'll just send it to you. So that's actually really cool. So looking at some of these screenshots here for the box, it's really cute. I think that the game looks cute. I'm sure there's some people out there that might not like the game. I've heard a little bit of divisiveness online over it, and I totally get it, but as someone who's a big fan of not just beat-em-ups, but also old school Kamen Rider beat-em-ups, I think that it looks really fun. So looking at this listing on PlayAsia, we can see that the game is actually only $25, which I have to say, for me personally, with the ton of not just $60 games out there, but also certain games going to $70, I'm perfectly fine with a $25 game. I know there are people out there that think, but if it's $25, how long is it going to be? Well, it's a beat 'em up, so you don't want it to be super long anyway. So honestly, being $25, perfect price for me. And if it's only a few hours of gameplay, perfect amount of gameplay for me, honestly. There are so many games out there. You can tell behind me I have a lot of consoles. I have a lot of backlog too. I have decades worth of backlog at this point. So honestly, this game being a much shorter game, big fan of that if that is the case, but we don't know that just yet. Now, looking at some of the quote-unquote features that are listed here, it says it is a stress-free game where players can slash all enemies on their own. Maybe not stress-free for the enemies, I think. There are a total of 6 low-class members of Shocker in the usual stages. Players will face various enemies and stage gimmicks that will keep them on the edge of their seats, enjoy exhilarating one-on-one combat, and choose who to attack carefully. Exciting boss fight. The appeal of this title lies in the challenging battles against the advanced members of Shocker, who await you as the bosses of each stage. Read the enemy's attacks and strike at the moment of opportunity. Be beaten and rise again. Players might face defeat in the middle of the game, but the items that they collect will strengthen them and the Cyclone. If the players are able to strengthen the Cyclone, they're able to skip the stages that they've cleared and get reinforced items to advance in the battle. Okay, interestingly enough, by the way, looking at some of the screenshots that I'll put up right now of the game, it does seem like you can actually level up as well, kind of. It's very interesting. It's a bit more intricate than just go out there and punch people in the face, which I would be fine if it was, but it does seem like there's a bit more strategy, especially mentioned here, than just go out there, punch people in the face. And there's definitely, just like some old school beat 'em ups, there's going to be some replayability, I can use words, in the fact that you're going to die, probably, a lot. So there's that as well. Oh, what's interesting is, down here it says that it's a 1 to 2 player game. So there's a chance maybe you can take on the role of Kamen Rider 2 and actually end up maybe with a friend, or maybe you can just play with him yourself. Now, there's a limited edition I found online that's, it says by the Asobi store, and I'm looking them up, and it seems like this is a Japanese-only store, and I don't think that you're going to be able to potentially buy that as someone from the US, or you're going to have to try to use some kind of proxy service to do so. But yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to just buy them outright. I do want to say that before we wrap up the video that as of right now, I'm trying to look for the game on Amazon.jp, but for some reason I cannot find it. So even though it's saying that it is going to be available there, I'm not finding it right now. If you're seeing it on screen right now, that's in the editing process. I was able to find it much easier than I was beforehand. Maybe something changed over time, but as of right now, as of filming of this video, I can't find it on Amazon.jp. So I will link the Play Asia link down below. Again, recommend getting it from there because I've actually ordered from them before, so it didn't seem like it was much of a hassle the few times that I've ordered there, and I'm ordering them from the US, so it's not like it's only a Japanese only thing, and they have some other cool games as well from all different regions. So I would recommend going there if for some reason it's not on Amazon by the time this video is up. So I am super excited about being able to get this game physically. Are you going to get it physically? Or are you going to get it digitally? Tell me down below and I would love to hear it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Love y'all, take care, and tune in next time. So, see ya.